All right, everyone. I wanted to take a few minutes and look at some of the questions on that scale drawing of the castle floor. If you recall, it looked kind of like this right here. There it is, the ballroom, right? So that's what I'm going to be looking at. And I'm going to start with the scale of this whole thing, which is that 2 centimeters is equal to 3 meters, right? Which means that if I go 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters, right? In real life, I'm going 3 meters, and right, that's 3 meters. Half of that is 1, which means this is 1.5 meters, right? This is called a unit rate, and it's really, really important for us when we start looking at the calculation. So this one we're going to use quite a bit. 1 centimeter is 1.5 meters. Now we can use the 2 to 3 in some cases. It works super, super nice, right? But for what we're going to do right now, we're going to be kind of focusing on this because a lot of our measurements are decimals and they're not that fun to use, okay? So let's start with the first one. Let's find the length and the width of the ballroom, right? So my ballroom is here, and it is 9 1/10 centimeters across the top. It is 4 3/10 centimeters across the side. So we're going to set these ratios up and we're going to work these out. So we're going to find length ballroom. Okay, that's what we're going to find first. And we're going to set up the ratio. We already kind of have it set up. So I have map. Here's my map. And then it is a ratio to actual distance. And so what I have is, on the map, I have 2 centimeters is 3 meters. But I also know that 1 centimeter is 1.5 meters, right? Because it's a ratio table, so I can scale things up and down. If I don't know what 10 centimeters was, I can multiply by 10. It works out really, really kind of just as nice, right? So what I have, though, is I'm looking at the length as 9 1/10 centimeters. So let's do the 9 1/10, right? So if I go here and make that a 9 1/10, because that's what I know, and this right here is what I'm looking for, right? Well, in that case, it's about finding a multiplication. So 2 times something is 9 1/10 is a little tricky to do in my head. Right? I can use some division and find it out, but it's much easier for me to say 1 times something is 9 1/10 because multiplying by 1 is easy. We already know how to do this. So this is going to be, and this is what is important that you write down in your spiral, is this is going to be times 9.1. This one down here times 9.1, which means that now I can get my calculator, right? Calculator right here, and I'm going to say 9 1/10 times 1.5. All right, 9 1/10 times 1.5. Enter. 13 65 hundredths. Right? So that's 13 65 hundredths meters. Right? So there's my centimeters because my units stay the same along the top, and there's my meters, the units are on the bottom. Right? That is the first part of the assignment for scale drawing. Okay? So I'm going to do some others, But I'm going to stop this one here because this has a lot of explanation. And so for the others, what I'm going to probably do is just work through some of the problems. Right? I'll do half of the problems for you. You can go and do the other half on your own. Make sure you use the Google form to check your work.